What are we doing down here then? Let's talk about filming at the gym. The difference between how we would shoot educational content versus lifestyle, and find I can only use 30 seconds of it. I'm gonna be pissed. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am taking you for a trip to the gym. If you're a fitness coach filming at the gym, the chances are there's two very different types of content you're filming in there, but you don't even realise. So I've got a few tools with me to try and film me, filming you, filming for you, filming what I would be doing if I was trying to show those shots. Let me break it down for you. These are the gadgets I'm going to be using. I'll link them in the description below. The Ulanzi 3-way mount, the Raybans Metas, you're being filmed on the j.e.t.socials Osmo, and you are on the Ulanzi tripod that will hold a phone and a camera at the same time, and my trusty phone, so I can see exactly where I am on this camera. Let's go. Both of them will be sprinkled with education, but one set will be your cool, cinematic, lifestyle kind of vloggy type of footage, and the other's probably gonna be a little bit more of a how-to, this is what you need to do, this is what you should be doing, some guidance and some walkthroughs, where the shots really do need to be completely different. If you get these two mixed up, you're gonna confuse the hell out of your viewers. Right, let's shoot educational style to start with. So the setup, form, and all the information you would want your client to be able to clearly hear and see. Time for the Raybans. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we are going to be using a squat rack for this example outside. So here, I think we can see the full rack, and in theory, as I go in, should be able to see whole body. Let's unrack her. Look at this for multitasking kids. So we can clearly see I'm going to be able to get my feet to my head, the whole rack, and actually a slight angle, just enough to see where my knees, toes, and body parts that will need to line up or not line up are in the visual. Obviously you can talk about the educational pieces here as well, which you need to point out in order for your client or your viewer to get the correct form. Might not look that cool, but it does the job. What other things I would be capturing for educational content? Setting up a machine, perhaps you might want to get, so this is where you might want to come in a little bit closer if you were talking about placement of weight, perhaps. The other couple of places you would probably want to capture would be literally straight on from the front and the back, because if we're talking about form, foot positioning, now I would say I'm a little bit too close. Move back. Because if you're going to talk about foot positioning, your feet need to be in the video. Obs, yeah? I would repeat that from the front. And a tip that I'm not doing super well right now, and I'm hoping my editing skills will be able to fix this, is that setup and that machine are pretty close to the speaker, if you can see. And in the speaker, I've got music, but we've also got music with words. So we can clearly see I'm going to be able to get my feet, I can remove the music, but the words are where I'm going to have an issue. And if I'm talking into the mic, doing an educational video, and I spend 20 minutes walking through an exercise that I'm going to chop up and find I can only use 30 seconds of it, I'm going to be pissed. So in truth, the example I've given you for visuals is perfect. For audio, not so perfect, but what you could do is voice over the form areas of it later rather than talking about it in the gym. Or, for example, you could film and talk about it separately as a talking head somewhere in the corner away from the speaker, and then you can clip them together or send it to your editor to do that. Let's get on to the fun bit, the cinematic lifestyle stuff, much better. Okay, let's walk in. Can't start a workout before you've arrived. So, bag, on your phone, chatting away, walking in, tick, Next up, we are gonna flip it round. We're going to get this shot with the machine in, and I'm going to set up the weights. Got this quirky little angle just to mix it up, still staying at the bottom. Okay, one other shot I want to get is a close-up of putting that weight on. So let's lift you up. Let's move you really closer here to the machine. Yeah, okay, so we can see that there. Now we're gonna just redo that. Let's go for the downward shot. Now, we're gonna repeat the same 2 reps in 3 or 4 different places. Let's get a nice wide angle. Make sure we're straight. And you can see the whole machine. So we're gonna repeat that again. Go. Let's go for a corner angle. Yeah, so we're just gonna see the body going down. And one from the front. Ready? Boom. Now, I want to get the filming of the racking. So we're just going to repeat that bit. Rack, good. And then let's just get a nice close-up shot from the feet. And if you want to be fancy-pantsy, as an added bonus, this is where we can use this guy. So you could set your phone up, stick it up above, and get a complete downward shot. But as you may or may not know, at 5'1", I didn't bring my ladder today, so please excuse that. So now let's show you what the non-educational content would look like if it was snipped all together. So there is your quick rundown of the difference between how we would shoot educational content versus lifestyle, cool, cinematic type content. Obviously, there's a lot more shots in the cinematic stuff, but they're going to be a lot choppier. So they're actually going to be a lot shorter. So you can literally just get a couple of reps in, repeat it at multiple angles and squish it together. Whereas the educational stuff, you're probably going to need to stay in that same session, repeating that over and over while you talk through the various points that you need to get over to your audience. Obviously, I've shot all of this outside. If you'd like to see this replicated inside, it is the same principles, but let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to do that. I'll make sure I come on a day that's quiet.